What is going on, guys? The wait is finally over. The smoke has cleared, and behind it, the trailer for DLC 3. Oh my god, this is a doozy of a trailer too, guys. I don't even know what to say about it, so let's just jump right into it.
This city has seen more than its share of pain. It has been witness to horrors that would make most souls question the very concept of humanity itself. It has been known by many names, but I know it as Stalingrad, City of Blood. This should do job. Job of killing. We don't need any fire here, Dragon. I do not feel cold.
All right, Dempsey. Once more for old time's sake.
Hoorah!
Get the season pass now. 4 DLC packs, one great price.
Alright, guys, let's jump right into it then. Right off the bat, we open up to this fountain that I believe it was Glitching Queen who had did the research and found this fountain on Wikipedia or something. So that's not really any new information to us right there. It's still really cool to see though. We have a sign there that says like Bratov Square or something like that. It's really kind of hard to read. We have another control room like Drak right there, it looks like. In the background right here, it looks like we have a dilapidated like sign, I guess I would call it, kind of on the top of that building over there. So right here, I'm actually going to slow it down even farther. It looks like we have a lion of some sort out in front of this building, which could be relevant. It could not be. It looks kind of like the lion on Die Rise that we had to use for the Easter egg. Just thought I'd point that out there because that looks a little bit relevant to me. If you go a little bit farther here, when you scroll past and go slow, I'm going to go slow motion here too. In the back there behind Nikolai, you can see a poster that looks like it's in Russian. When I slow it down more, it gets a little bit too blurry for me to read. Maybe someone out there can read that and put it in the comments below on what the translation is. So we have some more shooting, some doors closing, which could be a trap. What I think that actually is I think when the dragon goes overhead, I think those doors are going to close, so you're going to be either stuck on the outside or the inside, kind of like how when the rocket fire goes off, also on Horizon, that door closes and you're either, you know what I mean, you're going to get fried by the dragon if you're not inside those doors. That's my guess. Here we have a zombie crawling up. We have a dragon in the background there. Top left. Possibly a turret. We got our first look at the boss zombie right here. He's got some claws on his right hand, or his left hand, and then he's got this giant, like, Gatling gun on his right hand. It looks really freaking cool. There's two of them standing there. Not really relevant, but there's a picture of Quick Revive in the background, and it's also returning, which is no surprise. Some fire, possibly from a dragon. Here we have a long shot with a picture of that building that I was talking about earlier. It looks like it says more, or maybe Mac. I don't think that O looking thing in the middle is actually supposed to be a letter, or maybe it's like a dilapidated letter. Right there, it looks like a giant from Origins is killed right there, or fallen. I don't know what else that could be besides that. You see a bunch of dragons flying overhead in the background in the sky. Right here, you have the Fab Four going, running through the doorway. First, look at a trap right there on the right. Zombie crawling out of a window, not too important. Now, this skeleton right here, the first time watching through this, I thought that it might have been a new type of zombie. But after watching this a couple of times through, I noticed that his left leg was like on the wall that he was crawling up. I thought maybe it was like a like one or like that was the spine of a zombie. That his right leg was like the spine, and he was like crawling with both of his hands like crawlers do. But after watching it a couple more times, his left leg is crawling up on the wall. So it's just like a skeleton from the Dryzen boss room, is what it looks like to me. Here we have a picture of Coagulant, which is nothing new. We do see a poster in Russian behind the gumball machine. And then down there in the bottom right, we see a sign lit up that either looks like a like navigation sign to me, or possibly like the top of Pack-a-Punch. To me, it looks more like a navigation sign, like we get on all of the maps. Since like Mob of the Dead. Mob of the Dead had navigation signs too that showed all the cell blocks. Then we got a nice picture of this dragon burning some zombies. We got a nice face shot of the zombie. And then we get the boss zombie doing a, like, whatever his special attack is. And then we get these kind of like, to me they look like the Watchers from the Matrix, is what they look like to me. And what my theory is on these guys is I think these are the new dogs. On Shadows of Evil, we had the meatballs and the bugs. On Horizon, we had the dogs again. And then on Zetsubo, we had the spiders. I think that these are the new special round quote unquote zombies. And that would be pretty cool. They, like I said, to me they look kind of like some like Watchers from the Matrix. I don't know if that's what they were going for, but that's definitely what they look like to me. So real quick, right here we also see in the background what looks to me like the box light and then this weird green light. Later in the video, I'm going to talk about that a little bit more, so I'm just going to leave that be for now. Next we have our first look at the shield of this map. And it looks like it might be like made of like dragon skull bone or something. It looks like a dragon skull to me, is what it looks like. And then some kind of horn or some kind of heart that you're holding is the handle. I don't know, but then you get a new melee. We haven't had a melee in a couple maps here. We didn't have a melee in Horizon Draken, and then we didn't have a melee in Zetsubo either. So we're getting a melee back, which is pretty cool. And it looks like it's some like dragon poison thing. And it looks pretty cool, in my opinion. And then we get a front shot of the shield as well. And then what looks really, really cool to me is it looks like we get to use that weapon that the boss zombie was using as well. And it looks like it might be like the Thunder Punch was on Origins when we got it out of doing the trials for those boxes. So that is really cool. And then we get our first look at the trap that we saw earlier. And then what's really cool is we get a look at the second trap of this map. If you don't pay attention, or if you're paying attention in the background, we get the like fling springboard thing that was on Call of the Dead. And then it made its kind of return in Die Rise with the trample steam. But to me, it looks more like the springboard thing in Call of the Dead that was on the ship that would fling you across the map. It looks more like that. I don't think that's a trample steam. I don't think you can plant that there. I think that's just there. And then we get what looks like a dual wield like explosive crossbow to me. I think that this might be the new wonder weapon. The new like buildable wonder weapon that we're gonna get on this map is what it kind of looks like to me. I don't know if this quite looks like the new. I don't know if this looks like the new weapon that's in the box that we saw in the actual clip when I played that a little bit earlier. It looks a little bit different to me. To me, those things on the right and like the middle of the guns, like in the middle of the character, they look like they're part of the gun. And it looks a little bit like a crossbow to me. So it looks like you've got like maybe like two dual wield like mini crossbows or something in your hand. They look, I don't know what to call them. They look weird. They look pretty cool though, but as you can see, like when, and it looks kind of like when you shoot it, it looks like an arrow comes out of it a little bit to me too. So I don't know what to call this thing, but it looks like a crossbow. So to keep going. Another thing I think this could possibly be is the specialist slot weapon for this map. Actually, upon thinking about this a lot more while I was editing this video, I actually added this in later, and because I feel so strongly that this could be the specialist weapon for this map, I had to add it in. We get this, like, missile thing that comes down from the sky, and it's got this green ray coming out of it, and if you were paying attention earlier, we saw a long shot of the box, and there was also a green ray coming out. So I would put money that this is the green ray thing that's in the earlier part of the video as well. So that's pretty cool looking. And then here's the shot I was talking about earlier, and I'm actually gonna pause on these new guns here. To me, they kind of look like a new type of ray gun. You've got the green kind of lights at the end of the gun, like the ray gun Mark II and ray gun have. But I also saw something on Reddit that says that this might be the wave gun returning from Moon. And I'm not gonna lie, they do kind of look like a wave gun as well. They look like a little bit modded version of the wave gun, but they do look like the wave gun. Just a little bit. But I'm still leaning towards this being a new type of ray gun. We have a teaser trailer. Not a trailer. We have a teaser when Call of Duty Black Ops 3 first came out, and they were doing the COD Veterans Code Valor. When they were doing Code Valor, and he passed by a chalkboard that had a mock-up drawing of a ray gun Mark III, and it looks very similar to this too. So I don't know what to think about this. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about this, because this is very interesting. While we're kind of focused in on this, we have something in the background behind this. We have a light, a picture frame in the top. Let's go from left to right. We have a picture frame in the top left, and it stands out. I think that might be something important. Directly to the right of that, we have a light of some sort, not too important. Directly below that, though, it looks to me like we have a gumball machine. A little bit, just a little bit, looks like a gumball machine. But directly to the right of all of that, we have what looks like the top of Double Tap to me, but it doesn't look like Double Tap. It looks like something new. And then directly below that, we have some lights. Like maybe a perk machine may be on. But if this was a perk machine, the top of it would be lit up as well. Unless this was a new type of perk machine that does not have the top of it lit up. Let me know what you guys think down below about this as well. I'm going to say that a lot in this video. But I'm super hype about that. That kind of looks like a new perk machine to me. Not too sure. After like doing the playby, it looks kind of like a clock to me a little bit too. But we also have right here what it looks like is a PPSH. And I know a lot of people are hype about that, but I actually didn't like the PPSH too much, so I'm impartial. It was an okay gun. I'll still use it. If I get it, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna use it. So we'll see if the gameplay, if they buff it or nerf it, then of course we're probably gonna use it no matter what. But if they made it it's more of a points gun more than anything. And then right here we have a nice picture of the Fab Four sitting on the back of a dragon, which was actually kind of predicted a little while ago. Glitching Queen, Mr. Raffle Waffles, and a couple other people went back and took a closer look at the blueprints on Zetsubo no Shima and saw that there was like footholes that you could possibly stand on. So here we're seeing the Fab Four actually standing on the back of the dragon, so that was a nice prediction on their part. Right here, which is always odd, we see the Icarus from Mob of the Dead, which is really crazy. I want to know why the Icarus is showing up in every single map that these characters are in. And not only that, they're showing up in every single map in this game, because they're showing up in Shadows of Evil too. I want to know why the Icarus is so important to this game. Hopefully we'll get our answers within this map here. And then we end the trailer here with another dragon. It doesn't look like the same dragon to me because you can't really see the four characters on the back of this dragon, so it looks like a different dragon at the end of this trailer here. And then that, like I said, that's the end of the trailer. It shows us that it's dropping on July 12th, and that's all we got. So I'm gonna thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you liked what you saw. Let me know down in the comments below if there's anything that I missed. Throw me a subscribe if you liked what you saw. Thanks for watching.